Itay Talgam, The Ignorant Maestro, How Great Leaders Inspire Unpredictable Brilliance. Embark on a journey with The Ignorant Maestro, How Great Leaders Inspire Unpredictable Brilliance, as author Itay Talgam bridges the gap between the world of classical orchestra and effective business leadership. Gain valuable insights into the role of the conductor in an orchestra, paralleling it with effective business leadership, teamwork dynamics, and the power of fostering a culture of listening and exploration. Guided by examples from prominent musicians and their conductors, learn how embracing ignorance and acknowledging gaps can spark innovation and unity in your team's performance.
The power of teamwork. A symphony orchestra with its conductor is much like a business with its leader. Both require collaboration and working towards a common goal to achieve success. In an orchestra, individual musicians must play in unison and complement each other to create a beautiful performance, similar to how a team of employees can accomplish greater things together. The conductor guides the musicians, just like how a business leader guides their team towards the same direction and goal. It is essential to understand that the success of any organization depends on how effectively individuals work together as a team. The virtue of ignorance. Being ignorant doesn't always mean being unintelligent. In fact, sometimes it's desirable. This book's summary highlights the fact that embracing our ignorance can help us learn and innovate in ways we might not have imagined. Have you ever been called ignorant? The term is usually seen as an insult, but is it always negative? In this book's summary, we learn that ignorance can actually be a virtue. Just because we lack knowledge in one area doesn't mean we're not intelligent. In fact, our ability to understand concepts from unrelated fields is a sign of our intelligence. The author challenges us to think of ignorance as a way to avoid getting stuck in what we think we know. Even when we have extensive knowledge, we need to move beyond it to come up with new ideas and innovations. Great teachers understand this concept as they guide their students through ignorance, allowing them to find answers for themselves. Take Beethoven, for example. He was trained in the music of his time, but he wanted to push himself beyond that knowledge. Although he was often ridiculed for experimenting with music, he eventually became one of the great innovators of classical music. Embracing our ignorance can make us aware of all the things we don't know and the possibilities that exist for us. This book's summary highlights the fact that ignorance is not always negative. Instead, it can be a powerful tool for growth and creativity. Mind the gap, opportunities in the spaces between. The book challenges the traditional notion of avoiding gaps and encourages exploring them as open spaces that present new ideas and opportunities for interpretation and innovation. The author presents examples from music and technology to illustrate how embracing gaps can lead to creative breakthroughs. The book also offers practical advice on how to approach communication gaps in a team setting, emphasizing the importance of acknowledging and reframing conflicts for better understanding and collaboration. The art of listening. In a world where we are more interested in our own opinions than understanding others, it's crucial to learn how to be good listeners. The author shares a story of his father, a senior judge, who handled one of Israel's most renowned crime families' trials. Instead of shutting them down, he chose to listen to them, which earned their respect and cooperation. This experience shows that being heard is essential to feel respected and motivated. Leaders may find it easier to skip dialogue and take control, but this is the wrong approach. By actively listening, we can understand different perspectives and solve problems effectively. While we often resort to tricks to get others to listen to us, we must practice good listening ourselves. It's worth the effort to break out of our selective approach to listening and develop a more empathetic and respectful way of connecting with others. Risks of extreme leadership. The story of two conductors, Muti and Strauss, presents different examples of extreme leadership styles and their negative impact on teamwork. Muti's strict control and unwillingness to consider alternative interpretations led to a breakdown in the relationship with the orchestra. On the other hand, Strauss's rigid playing-by-the-book approach stifled innovation and creativity. The author suggests appointing someone else to execute a leader's plan to allow room for new interpretations and foster innovation within the team. The lesson is clear: extreme leadership that fails to create a sense of unity and openness to new ideas poses a significant risk to the team's success. Power of gaps. Learn how Herbert von Karajan and Leonard Bernstein harnessed the power of communication gaps to enhance their orchestra's performances. While von Karajan created gaps by making a slight upward motion with his baton, Bernstein fostered a warm environment where every member of the orchestra felt comfortable interacting with each other. These innovative approaches resulted in the Berlin Philharmonic and Vienna Philharmonic becoming the best orchestras in the world. Von Karajan's method encouraged constant communication among musicians, causing them to move their whole bodies to signal the beat. Bernstein's desire to create a dialogue with every member gave them a sense of individuality rather than just being tools for his vision. Their exceptional leadership serves as an inspiration for leaders who want to foster unity, communication, and teamwork. By tapping into the power of gaps, managers can create relationships, enhance communication and improve performance, leading to a culture of excellence.
Having delved into the dynamic world of orchestras and their leaders, we discovered how embracing brilliant ignorance and exploring gaps in knowledge can foster innovation and transform working relationships. Great leaders, such as Karajan and Bernstein, demonstrate the importance of communication, collaboration, and building unity within a team. Reframe gaps in knowledge as opportunities to gain understanding and new perspectives. As a leader, creating a warm and supportive environment for your team leads to greater success and unpredictable brilliance. Remember, the power to direct your own masterpiece lies in the ensemble you create and the harmony you inspire.